Thank you for watching this regional forecast for the Canadian Prairie. I'm Andrew Pritchard, meteorologist with Nutrient Ag Solutions. Well, temperatures are going to be on a bit of a roller coaster ride over the next 10 days as we see a progressive pattern across the region, one that's also going to be bringing the chances for some accumulating snow to many of us across the prairie as well. As we look at the next 5 days, temperatures a bit above average on average overall, about 3 to 5 degrees warmer than average, but we've got some cooler weather on the way for the weekend before another warm-up follows that. So again, near average, but periods of warmth and cooler temperatures and some opportunities for some snow. A little bit of everything, I guess you could say, as we head over the next 7 days across the prairie. A look at the precipitation forecast from the European long-range model here for the next 7 days. Again, near average conditions expected across the prairie. We will have some opportunities for some snow, heaviest off to the north where we could see more than 15 inches of snow north of Highway 16. South of that, as you head from Highway 16 down toward the U.S. border, still the opportunity for anywhere from a couple to 5 to 10 centimeters of snow as we head through the next 7 days. We've got some snow falling now as the system makes its way from northwest to southeast across the region. You can check in with the radar right now. Snow falling from central and southern Alberta into central and southern Saskatchewan. Saskatoon, Regina, seeing some of that snow. Brandon and Winnipeg, you can expect to see at least some flurries as we head through the remainder of the day as well. We also have public weather alerts in effect here in the form of some wind warnings across southern Alberta where winds could gust up to 100 kilometers per hour as we head through the morning hours. So some high elevation areas as you head over towards southwestern Alberta, some extremely windy conditions on the backside of this storm system. Now, as we take a look at where the snow is headed, we'll watch this system continue to move off from the northwest to the southeast across the region today, but we've got several other little ripples within the flow that are going to follow. If I take the arrow off there and we just look at the next 36 to 42 hours or so, again, we see this first system swing off as we head into the overnight, and another one makes its way across southern Alberta into southern Saskatchewan as we head through the day on Tuesday, with another little piece of energy here traveling through northern portions of Saskatchewan through the day on Tuesday as well. So this is really going to be the theme as we head through the next few days, just these little subtle systems tracking through, bringing the chances for flurries or a few centimeters of snow accumulation at a time, with that heavier snow possible north of Highway 16. As we look at the forecast here from the high-resolution Canadian model, what we just looked at with that precipitation forecast, again, you see over the next 2 days, really, we're watching those subtle systems tracking from northwest to southeast, delivering maybe a couple centimeters of snow, maybe 5 centimeters of snow on the higher side there over the next 48 hours. Now let's take a look a little bit longer term over the next 5 days. This will take us through the work week. I'm just going to hit play on this first because you can just see the same pattern continuing. These little ripples making their way up and over the top of the this ridge across the western U.S., delivering some light snow to the region. We will see a more substantial coastal low here in the Gulf of Alaska and across coastal British Columbia that could bring some accumulating snow to the high elevation areas before spreading across the prairie as we head into the later part of the week. So a look at some of the forecasts here. We'll look at the jet stream forecast first before we dive into some of the snow totals because I want to show what's driving this. We'll continue to see flow coming up and over the top of this ridge here. Again, that's what's delivering the little clipper systems to the region. And as we watch the flow over the next 7 days or so, we're going to kind of see, again, a progressive pattern where we see a trough begin to break off here across the Pacific. Let me show you what happens here. This big trough, you see it becoming amplified here. Eventually, we're going to see it become a cutoff low here across the Pacific Ocean. Here's what we see this. The last little branch breaking off here, and that kind of resets things back to where we've got this kind of northwest to southeast flow here with systems kind of making their way through the prairie, even as we head into the period next week. So just looping 24-hour accumulated precipitation, again, seeing the period over the next 5 days, delivering the light snow opportunities to the region. A bit of a break as we head through the early part of next week, but then the pattern really resumes with opportunities for some snow across the region every 2 or 3 days. Here's a look at the total snowfall forecast then from the European model, looking out over the next 10 days. And again, that shows the opportunity here north of Highway 16 for a corridor maybe of 15 to 25 centimeters of snow. As you look at the area here from Highway 16 down toward the U.S. border, still talking about opportunities for everyone to see accumulating snow. Lower as you head towards southern Manitoba, southeastern Saskatchewan, but still everyone with the opportunity for maybe 5-10 centimeters of snow, locally higher amounts definitely going to be possible. Now, as we look at temperatures, again, warmer to start the week. We'll see that shot of cooler over the weekend, but warmer temperatures do return. And that shows up here as we look at the 10-day temperature forecast. Again, a period of warmth here in Calgary, those highs between 5 to 10 degrees as we head through the work week, but a cooler weekend before we warm back up into early next week. Another dramatic look at that here in Edmonton. Temperatures above freezing for our afternoon highs as we head through the work week. A very chilly weekend before we warm back up into the late part of the week. And again, remember, opportunities for snow falling here every couple of days. As we look at Saskatoon, another similar look, a cooler weekend with warmth during the weekdays. And then looking at Regina, similar picture. Winnipeg, very similar as well. But as is typically the case, we delay things by a day or two. So the coolest temperatures settling into the Winnipeg area here Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, with warmth returning after that. Still some opportunities for snow. I think the highest opportunity for that accumulating snow is going to be as you head off toward the west. That's going to do it for us here. Again, looking at an active week here as far as precipitation opportunities here, delivering light doses of snow, but nearly daily opportunities for those light doses of snow. A warmer work week before cooler temperatures return this weekend. I'll talk to you again on Wednesday morning.